No, maybe you guys should bless your house. Oh, your family, I'm sorry, you scared me. Jamie! Jeez. Jamie, I'm telling scary stories. You have to say, Mama, I'm here. Or else Mommy gets scared. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tiffany. You guys can call me Tiff. And my channel is all about beauty and lifestyle. I'm a full-time mom, wife, and esthetician. So if that sparks any of your interest, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload, which is every Friday. And as for today's video, we are gonna be doing my nails. I don't have money to be getting my nails done, and I also have been on my nail journey, so I don't want to ruin them. We're just gonna do a quick little cleanup and paint them with some OPI nail strengthener. And because we are in September, spooky season has officially begun. If you guys want to hear some scary stories and watch me do my nails, go ahead and keep watching my video. All the products that I use for my nails, all you're gonna need is a nail filer. You're gonna need both OPI nail envies, the clear one and the pinky rose one. I don't know if they make other colors, but these are the two that I have. I'm not gonna cut my nails. I am gonna shape them. I'm gonna use a nail file. You can use any one. I have this one and this little one. I honestly like them both. It's just with this one, it's small enough to like carry around, so I might use those. And you need a nail buffer, so to buff out the nails. You can use some nail cuticles. I have this one, but I probably won't use it in the video just because I need my nails to dry first. But yes, nail cuticle after you paint them is a must to make them keep growing. I'm gonna start shaping my nails. I like to shape my nails in like an oval shape. I used to go for the square shape, but I found out that they always break faster when I do the square shape. So while I do that, I'm gonna be telling y'all the first scary story. So this one is by Tacos Polacos. Also, if the stories are freaking bad, we're about to find out because I haven't read these stories. I really want to give you guys like my natural reaction to these. Yeah, I have not read any of these. I tried to get my husband to give me some good stories, but he didn't get to it. So I picked a few that I was like, I just read what people commented under it, and that's what I'm gonna read. People were like, that was terrifying, or oh my god, blah blah blah. So that's what I'm referencing everything on, just what people commented. So first story. The stairs to my attic had smelled like burnt hair for 3 days. First of all, bitch, what? After the first day, if I smelled like burnt hair, I would be fucking concerned. Extremely odd because it was just that area, and I have a very old drafty house. On day 4, I came home from work just before midnight, and as soon as I walked through the door, I felt like I had someone standing over my shoulder, breathing down my neck. Oh, hell no. Okay. The feeling was so strong that I opened my medicine cabinet so the mirror was against the wall. I also showered with the shower curtain open because I had a powerful need to see the room. I do that too. When I'm fucking scared, I need to see everything. I don't open the mirror though because we have like this big mirror, so I can't even like hide it. But I do leave the shower curtain open to be like, excuse me, is anyone fucking there? After a shower, I was a little less on edge until I walked past my 4-year-old daughter's room. Bro, kids can see shit, so okay. The door was closed, but I heard her talking in her sleep. Then I heard a loud crash. Wait, hold on. She came home before midnight from work. Who was her daughter staying with? Where was your daughter? Was she home alone? Or did she come home with you? What's going on? I slowly opened the door to find her sleeping on top of her covers, and the pile of stuffed animals she insisted on sleeping with scattered across the room. Typical. I turned the lights on low, looked around the room, and checked her breathing. All seemed well, so I went to bed. Oh my god, I just have a bad feeling about this freaking story. The next morning, I asked her if she had a bad dream. This is her daughter speaking. Yeah, there was a man with no arms and sauce on his face, and he kept laughing at me. I told him to go away, but he wouldn't. Then an arm came out the wall, threw me into the ceiling, and I crashed back down on my bed and went back to sleep. And the mom asked, sauce on his face? The daughter said, yeah, red like spaghetti. That was the first story. I mean, that is scary. I'm telling you guys, like, kids can see everything. I believe in ghosts. I believe in all that stuff. Like, and yes, I'm scared of it. Like, I'm scared of it because I believe in it. I've seen ghosts. Like, I've seen the dead. I don't know what is going on with people in my family. No name dropping or anything. Yes, I've seen a couple that have scared the shit out of me. It's scary, and for whatever reason, ghosts attach themselves to kids. I don't know the reason why. Maybe because their minds are just so innocent. If my son ever told me that, I'd probably pray for him and bless my house and do all that stuff. I'm almost done filing. Sorry, guys. It's just kind of hard to like I'm not a good multitasker. But last time I did like a Reddit thing was when I was doing my eyebrows, and I was like, I'm never gonna finish any of this. I'm not gonna finish the stories. I'm not gonna finish my eyebrows. I needed to do something better that didn't cause me to like look at my face and also look at my phone. That story, I'd give that, I don't know, I'd give it like 3 out of 10. Because it was scary, but it was nothing real. You know what I mean? I mean, it was somewhat real. It came to her in a dream, so not that real.
Hi. What's that?
Me estoy pintando las uñas. Te amo. Go watch Kid City. I'm telling scary stories.
Curious.
Yeah.
I had to go to a house.
No, just go watch Kid City.
But people a house.
Maybe.
Kiwi house.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Go watch Kid City. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Next story, it says, it was about 4 years ago. It wasn't the first paranormal occurrence to happen, just the one that scared me the most. Oh, shit. One night, my 2.5-year-old son woke my husband and I up when he crawled into our bed. 2.5, that's young. I couldn't fall back asleep, so I decided to work on my project in my craft room. Aw, why would he do that in the middle of the night? I was in there for about 45 minutes when the small monitor to the nanny cam started rapidly flickering on and off. Oh, hell no. Off topic, but the nanny cams, like the cameras for the kids' room, they've scared me a couple times. I don't know if they know what those ghosts are doing, but I feel like they do. In parentheses, mind you, these were not motion censored cams, only continuous speed. The cams are in the living room and in our son's room. I went over to the monitor and picked it up. It all of a sudden made this loud ear-piercing sound like a mic feedback. It startled me, and I dropped the monitor face down. Yeah, that shit would fucking scare me too. What the hell? I noticed a glow around the edges had stopped flickering. I picked up the monitor and turned it to look at the screen. I saw my son standing as still as a statue in the middle of the living room staring at the wall. Oh, hell no. No. I'm sorry. No. Oh my god, no. If you guys are listening, fuck you guys. Don't ever do that, please. Don't do that. Diosito. Take care of my son, please. I'd probably tackle Damien to the ground. Anyways, oh my god. Ew, it's like the exorcism or something. I started for the door with the monitor still in my hand. When I glanced down again, my son's head turned, only the head, and his eyes went directly to the camera in the upper corner of his room. He had no expression on his face at all. Just so mud. No, that's literally the freaking exorcism, like paranormal activity type of stuff. Oh, hell no. Ay, me dio calofríos. I left the room and went through the small kitchen and dining room, rounded the corner to the living room, and it was empty. The door to our bedroom was on the other side. I went in there and my son was sound asleep in the same position he was in when I left. I forgot that the son, the 2.5-year-old, went to their room. Oh my god. Bro, freaking ghosts and demons are evil. Oh my god, please don't do that to me. Please, please. Diosito, estate conmigo en todo esto because, oh my god. Okay, but there's more. My husband looked up from his e-reader. I asked him if he had woken up and went to the living room. He told me no. I asked if my husband had gotten up to go to the bathroom or the kitchen. But husband swears he hasn't left the bed at all and our son has been peacefully snoring away the entire time. My husband would not believe me. He doesn't believe in stuff like this. I mean, it seems like he doesn't, so he wouldn't believe me. Like I said before, this wasn't the first time we had seen doppelgangers. Excuse me. Okay, then you have something. Because if it's not the first time you guys see those doppelgangers like that, I know, maybe you guys should bless your house. Oh, your family, I'm sorry, you scared me. Jamie. Jeez. Jamie, I'm telling scary stories. You have to say, Mama, I'm here. Or else mommy gets scared. But it was always so brief that you didn't really have time to get scared or have it completely registered yet. It wasn't just a glimpse. Above all, it was a look on my son's face, that empty void stare when he turned his head to face the camera. Still, even now, typing it gives me chills. Yes, ma'am. The heck? That story was a good one. It was real. The 2.5-year-old son, like, the fact that my kid is 3, like, basically the same age, and if I can imagine that with my kid, I mean, you guys just saw it. He scared the shit out of me just walking in the damn room. That is a 10 out of 10. That's some paranormal activity, exorcism, all the above. And also, why haven't you blessed your house? Why haven't you blessed your family? Go to church. Go somewhere. Someone commented, a clairvoyant told me this was a child dreaming / astral projecting. What does that mean? I experienced this with my daughter when she was a toddler. I was in my son's room settling him and I heard her crying, so I dashed out the hallway to see her run into the living room. So I went to intercept her at the other side and she was not there. I freaked out and started looking for her and she was asleep in bed. Okay, hold on. I need to look more into the child dreaming astral projecting. I've heard Damien cry, but he was asleep. Like, I don't know if you guys know the ghost cries or whatever.
Ghost cries?
No.
Why?
No, don't listen to mama. But that's like the newborn stage. I've heard Damien like say mama and stuff like that, but he didn't. So that's freaking weird. Let me continue. It happened again when I stood in the doorway to the bedroom talking on the phone. I was holding a washing basket on my hip and she ran under it. Oh my god, it's not gonna be her. It's not gonna be her. I shrieked because I thought she would hit her head. I spun round but couldn't see her. She was in the playroom. I told you it wasn't gonna be her. I taught her. How is that child dreaming astral? Because what is that? Wouldn't that only happen when they're asleep? We also had an incident very recently in a different house. We had been here 3 uneventful years. My son won an award at school, so I got him a Joker rubber chicken as a present. Bro, some people are just freaking haunted. He has ADHD, so got really carried away with it and it was confiscated. One evening after showers, my son shouted yay and started playing with the chicken. My husband got annoyed and took the chicken and told him off. My son cried. Aww. He told us that my husband had been stood by the bookshelf and handed the chicken to him and walked without saying a word. My husband was in the kitchen the whole time and my son was adamant my husband lifted the chicken off the top shelf and gave it to him. There's a ghost running around messing with y'all and you guys are getting possessed. Hell no. Oh my god. Anything little, I would just strictly just go insane. Like, I would look for a priest. The last thing I want, like, yes, it's scary for me, but that's the last thing I want is it's for my son. Absolutely not. I mean, that's like another story within itself. It was in the comments from the last one. So that one, okay, the story itself, like what happened to them, I mean, 10 out of 10, people are getting possessed. People, you're seeing ghosts run around, you're hearing voices, like, yeah, 10 out of 10. The storytelling part of it though, I give it a 6 out of 10. I'm not good at storytelling anyways, but you could have done it better. Maybe this is story number 4. It says, well, if anybody is reading this, when I was around 4 years old, I have a really scary childhood memory of the first time I heard a voice. Super random. I just messed up the snail. My mom and I lived alone, sharing one bedroom. This is starting to get a little bit personal now because that was me. By this time, she purchased my first bed, which we believed to be haunted later on, but that's a whole different story. Within the first few weeks, it's like the energy of our room shifted. During the second week around nighttime, I woke up to something stroking my feet and a very demonic giggle. I still remember the voice even till this day. I was extremely scared when it happened. I tensed up completely. All I remember was feeling pure evil and complete dread. I would go insane too. What the hell? As a child, I never understood the feeling I felt that day until I got way older. When it happened, I didn't move or breathe for like 15 seconds. I honestly felt like crying, but I assumed they would hear me or something. So instead, I moved very close to my mom, held her onto her arms without waking her up. I didn't sleep at all afterwards. Eventually, she got rid of that bed from her own experience, but yeah, that's my horrible experience. I mean, no, it is freaking scary. Earlier I said it was personal because my dad was in the picture, but I always lived with my mom and we had a studio apartment thing. Like, it just brought me back to this one studio we lived in. And that's where all of my scary experiences happened. The ones that really scared me the most, same thing, we lived in a studio apartment. It was just me and my mom. If you can imagine, see if I can draw a picture for you guys. When you first walk in, it was a door. There's a big window and it's just the start of a mini living room. And then from the door on this side was our bed. I think at that time we had a twin bed. And then right there was a little mini wall, but there was a big rectangle square open, and on the other side was a fridge. And that's when the kitchen started, a little dining room. And from the end of the bed where the wall was, sitting on the corner of the bed, you can see a mini hallway that goes into the bathroom. 2 things happened in that studio apartment that I remember. That's when everything kind of started up, because my first paranormal activity started when I was like younger, where I can't remember, but my parents remember how terrified I was. But these were when I remember, like start remembering, will never forget. So we also had a TV. So between the wall, the bed, there was some open space, and then another wall over here, kind of like a square, and then the hallway to the bathroom. So in that wall was a TV. From the corner of the bed, I was watching TV and my mom was sleeping on the floor. She has back problems, so she likes to sleep on the floor. So I was sitting on my bed watching TV. It had to be late at night, probably like 11, 12 at night or something like that. I just remember being late. My mom was asleep on the floor. So we stored our cereals on top of the fridge that was right next to my bed. Oh my god, you scared me. I was just watching TV, and then all of a sudden, the cereal boxes on top of the fridge go flying to our dining room table. It wasn't far because it was literally a studio, so the kitchen, the table, but it went flying. I can't reach it. It was like I would have to stand on my bed to like get the cereal and stuff. And I swear I've never moved so fast in my life. No, I did not do that. And my mom believes me, like she believes in all that stuff too. That was like my first terrifying experience when the ghost was hungry. It wanted some cereal, but you could have asked for it differently, bro. The final time in that studio, then we ended up like leaving because I did not want to enter that apartment at all after this last one. In between that, we would have stuff happening, like lights turning on and off, TV turning off. We would hear stuff, but we'd just ignore it. I was in like middle school. I walked home from school that day because my parents couldn't pick me up, so I walked home. And I just remember my mom being at work, and I didn't stay with my dad, so he was at work too. So I came home, and I got home, and I just put my stuff down. I sat on my bed, and I was just chilling. I was probably watching TV or something. I kid you not. Same thing. And I'm looking at the hallway to the bathroom. Just like a little eye glance. TV's over here. I just go like this. I see a lady. A lady in a white beige dress. I didn't recognize the lady Cannot tell you who she was, what she was. I know nothing about this lady. But she's walking, so all I'm seeing is her walking towards the wall. So the hallway towards the wall, and then you turn left to the bathroom. Her back is what I see. So just walking, right? And she turns left to go into the bathroom and goes like this and walks into the bathroom. Bro, I ran out. I screamed so loud and I ran out, and I called my mother. I called my mom, my sister, my dad, like boo-hoo crying, because I was like, I'm not fucking going in here, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, just like go in the house, it's fine. But I'm like, no. I stood out there till like 6 p.m. I went to go walk around, didn't go back inside. I'm like, I'm not going back in there alone. That was the last time that I ever saw a ghost in that place. This is why I hate doing my nails, because I always mess them up. This is the last story. This is the scariest thing I've ever had happen while camping. Camping already is scary as hell to me. Not during the day, it's just the at night stuff. It's dark, you're in the woods, regardless of if it's people that you're scared of or wild animals. I live in Eastern Oregon and my mom lives in Western Oregon. I went to visit her for the summer and she's very outdoorsy, so we decided to take a 1-hour drive from her city to the coast. We ended up at this free campsite at the top of the hill, huge foothills of the coastal mountains, about a 25-minute drive from the top where the campsite is to the bottom where the main road was. We were the only campers there. Yeah, no, I'd be like, no, let's plan this better, let's do it another day. I hate camping in general, so I can only imagine. I hate my nails. We relaxed there for the rest of the day, made food, etc. A truck full of men drive up to the hill and talk with my mom. I don't know what about, wasn't suspicious at the time. And they leave us. I'm guessing not ghost story, it's psycho killer men. Fast forward to the middle of the night, I wake up to my mom sitting straight up in the tent. I wake up easily, so I heard her gasp and it woke me. As soon as she saw I was awake, she put her hand over my mouth because I was starting to ask her what's wrong. It was dead silent, and all of a sudden you hear footsteps right beside the tent. The little flap that covers the zipper was even moving. See, that's why I won't fucking camp. What do I look like to do shit like that? Thankfully, my mom has quick wits and said very loudly, Kenny, grab the gun. Oh, very smart. Kenny is my dad, although that doesn't matter, and mind you, he was not there. Just us girls, like I previously said. That's a scary story in general. Like, I give that a 10 out of 10. The story was good. I know people say, why be scared of the dead? You need to be scared of the living. I'm scared of both. Because, yeah, 2 girls camping. I don't know why I thought it was a mom and son. I love you. Love you. Okay, go pee pee, please. Yeah, 2 girls camping alone. Men arrive and a little suspicious. I'd be scared. I probably wouldn't stay the night, and I'd probably tell my mom not to tell them that we're staying here. Unless she did, like, who knows? But that's freaking weird. Someone else commented, I was camping in the valley by myself with no cell service. Hi, puppy. Is that you? I was camping in the valley by myself with no cell service. I stayed up late on a trail and ran into a nice local dude as it was getting very dark. No, sorry, but no. He showed me a local camping spot close to the road and the river, but camouflaged. I had a fire, drank beer, and listened to my friend's comedy podcast. I was loud and visible because it was dark already, and I decided to sleep in the back of my truck under my topper next to all of my gear as opposed to setting up a tent. The next morning I made a fire, cracked up a beer, and started making breakfast. Then I noticed that there is a man at the edge of my camp. He comes closer but never looks directly at me. This dude looks homeless, has a long ratty beard, and has at least 100 plastic grocery bags tied all over his clothes. I comment about how nice the day is, no response from him. I offer him breakfast, nothing. He sort of paces around the perimeter of my camp. I offer him a beer, but he just turns around. The dude is just standing there back to me, wandering around. I'm realizing that there isn't going to be any good happenings. I had my bear spray and buck knife super close. I give him an ultimatum. Motherfucker, you're either going to acknowledge me or leave immediately. He ignores me. I grab the bear mace and walk a few steps towards him. He suckled away and I threw my shit in my truck and left that place right quick. I wonder if he had watched me during the night. I think my laziness for staying in my trunk instead of a tent. See, there's so many reasons why I don't go camping, but this is like one of them. You're alone. You're putting yourself alone in a situation where you have no help, no one can hear you, anything can freaking happen. So while my nails are drying, they look very ugly right now to me. I don't know. I don't really like this color on me. Next story. I've had several dreams similar to what I am posting. I've been a caver in Florida for about 13 years since I was about 6. And have been to a lot of caves. Never been afraid before this to go in one. When I was about 7 or 8 years old, I started having this reoccurring dream. I would have it at least twice a year, always the same, even though I would realize I was dreaming after the first few iterations. I would fall asleep and dream of being in a cave and going into this little hole in the bottom. Nope. Inside, I would see a 10 to 15 foot long corridor about 2 to 4 feet high. What's a corridor? At the end, it would always turn left, and I always saw a bent red stop sign at the end, like someone ripped off the 2 feet and tossed it in. But I would always follow the corridor. I would always turn and walk past the sign despite being scared, despite many times knowing what was there, and the corridor would start descending, quickly opening up into a large vertical chamber with a path leading down in a corkscrew. Girl, and you still kept going? Everything became blurry at this point, but it was always the same. I saw trash scattered on walls, saw the pit leading down to a curved floor. I saw things undefined, animals or people or something else at the bottom. And I saw my family, each with one of the things, being tortured and killed. And I could never do anything. After I saw that, I would be stuck for a few seconds until I felt more than saw everything turn and look at me. Oh, I know. Oh hell, I think just everyone looking at you already feels weird in general when it happens. And she said, and I would wake up, not like a normal dream where you just drift to consciousness or a nightmare where you would bolt up in fear, but like something pushed me out, like I wasn't supposed to be there. So I have this dream multiple times a year until I turned 15. I did tell a friend about the dream before what happens next. My father decided to take us to some caves we'd never been before, one of which was Dog Drop. It was likely named so because someone either threw their pet in there or a coyote fell in and the body was later discovered. Dog Drop had a roughly 30 feet rappel straight down to enter. I went down with my brother while my father waited up at the top. There was a hole in the ground. I started to feel uneasy though I didn't know why. So I followed my brother into the hole. I felt worse as I moved down. You're in your freaking dream. And when I looked up, I saw the same corridor. The same turn, the same walls, the same bottles at the corner, and I instantly was hit with this overwhelming sense of nausea and fear, and being watched and everything screaming at me to leave. I froze and must have made some noise because my brother turned around and asked what's wrong. I managed to say I wanted to leave now and climbed out as quickly as I could, followed immediately by my brother. We packed up and left, never have gone back, and never will. Haven't told anyone what actually happened, just said I wasn't feeling well. They forgot pretty quickly. The thing that really makes it creepy for me is I have never had that dream again. Year after year, I would have it consistently, but it just stopped after that. But I still remember it all. And I still feel afraid, almost an external fear when I think of it. So that one, I give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, it's creepy. Like, all of that stuff is super freaking creepy to me. I don't even know where it even goes within when you connect dreams to like real life events. Like, what is that? Is that a psychic ability? Is that like a ghost telling you something? Is it the undead wanting to show you something? Are you supposed to go in there? Is it a warning? What is it? My nails are still wet. I hate doing my nails because when I have to like continue to do my day-to-day things, I ruin them. So I already ruined my thumb. This is what they're looking like. I don't like them, but they're painted, so it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna just stop the video here. Just wanted to do a little quick spooky Reddit stories because it is the season and I needed to do my nails, so I might as well record myself doing my nails and reading some Reddit stories to get into the spirit, you know. Those stories were kind of, they were good ones. There was a couple good ones, some ghost ones, demon ones, very demonic, and then there's some weird men, creepy human ones. So love a good scary story. I actually like doing these Reddit ones. I need to figure out where I can do a Reddit one without like also multitasking. I don't know if that's even a thing. I really needed to like focus on painting my nails, not as much as last time when I was trying to do my eyebrows, but still, I don't know, I'm not good at multitasking. So let me know if you guys like these kind of videos. I can do more of them. Now I'm just gonna finish packing for my Cali trip I've been telling you guys about. I leave tomorrow, so Cali vlog starts tomorrow. I'm super freaking excited. Might do a get ready with me or something like that, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow my social medias at Tiffanycherre and Cherre Boutique, and I will be back with more videos.